Hello and welcome to FidelityNext, our webcast that helps take students to the next level. I'm your host, Tamara Radachai. This is part one of our fall student panel, where we're sitting down with some guests currently enrolled in our student program and getting their thoughts and insights into what it's like working at Fidelity Canada and what brought them back. If you have any questions throughout today's discussion, please drop them in the comments and we'll get back to you after the show. Today we're here with Angela Mensah on the finance team and Curtis Boothe on the advisor sales team. Angela and Curtis, welcome to the FidelityNext stage.
Thank you, Tamara.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Tamara.
Okay, so before we get started, we're going to do a little get-to-know session with you guys. I'm going to ask you some rapid-fire questions. You'll have 30 seconds to answer.
Okay.
Cool.
So we're going to put 30 seconds on the clock. Angela, we'll start with you. Are we ready?
Ready.
Okay. Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Your favorite way to spend a Friday night?
At home watching movies.
Okay. Your go-to order at the barista?
Breakfast tea latte.
Your favorite place that you've traveled?
Greece.
And if you could describe Fidelity in one word, what would that be?
It will be valued.
Valued.
Yes.
Okay, that's 30 seconds. Okay. Curtis?
I'm ready.
Ready? We're going to have some different questions for you.
All
right. 30 seconds on the clock.
Cool.
Whenever you are.
I'm ready. Ready to go.
Morning person or night owl?
Morning.
Your next vacation destination?
Ooh, probably BC.
Your favorite lunch spot when you're at the office?
Definitely Chipotle.
Your most cringeworthy corporate saying?
I would say when people say, let's set up a time to connect. It always
And your favorite part about Fidelity?
I would say the student program. Yeah.
Awesome, and that's 30 seconds.
Awesome.
Okay,
Great.
now that we've broken the ice a little bit, let's dive into what your journeys to Fidelity looked like, kind of how you heard about the program, how you got started here, and what you do. So Angela, let's start with you.
So my journey to Fidelity was an amazing one, if I should say. And my very first touch point with the company was at the Next Gen Women Summit. And at that event, I got the opportunity to meet with senior executive members within Fidelity who shared their experiences and their career journey with me. And I must say, I was really inspired by their journey. And that actually led me to see Fidelity as the right place to be. So that actually led me here.
Okay, and what actually got you into the student program? Like, did you just apply? What are you studying in school right now?
Yes, so I'm currently in an MBA program at the Degree School of Business, McMaster University. Going into my second year in January. And yes, so after my encounter with the executive members at the Next Gen Summit, I felt a sense of belonging within the company. And it felt like home, literally, because the company invested so much into us. Even during the event, we had speakers share their ideas, share how to actually be successful within our career. So I felt there was no other place to be than here in Fidelity.
Oh, let's hear that. Yeah, and the fact that you're doing your MBA too. I know most of our students are in their undergrad, but
Yes.
it's inspiring to hear that we have, post-grad students as well.
Yeah.
Curtis, what about you? What did your journey to Fidelity look like?
Yeah, so I go to Guelph, and I'm in the commerce school there. And one of my friends, she was actually like the Investly campus ambassador. So I'd kind of seen like a lot of her content on LinkedIn and spoken to her about Fidelity, just like off and on. So when it came time to apply for my January co-op, I just messaged her and she kind of helped me through the process, kind of connected me to the hiring people, and I put in my resume and was lucky enough to get the interview, and it was a pretty smooth process. I definitely would recommend like any students that have access to campus ambassadors at their schools to connect with them, because they really are a great resource and can definitely help like potential students that want to work at Fidelity get a role here.
And how does one find campus ambassador on campus?
Yeah, like honestly, like truthfully with like LinkedIn now, like looking up even just like Fidelity Campus Ambassador, like into LinkedIn, like names will pop up. And there were even people on my LinkedIn who I'm not even like connected with, who's just like were popping up like, oh, Guelph, like Campus Ambassador, like connect with me, like have a chat. So they are very accessible on campus. And like spoke to a few of them before I came, and all very like forthcoming with wanting to meet, grab a coffee, like whatever.
Great, love that.
Yeah.
Can you both tell us a little bit about the department that you're in, and maybe like a favorite project you've worked on, or like a standout experience that you had while working here? Angela, let's start with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm currently on the financial analysis team in corporate finance under the business unit support. And in that role, we basically perform financial analysis based on various matrices for the various departments we support. So that is CS, IS, and FOD. And one interesting thing we are currently working on is an automation process. So we have one task or report we prepare monthly, which takes a lot of time, basically about 4 hours to make. And we are actually automating that process to actually free up time on our hands to focus on what actually matters. And I like that a lot because it's not taken away from us, but it's actually giving us that opportunity to actually add more value to the task that we do.
And probably to the team that's using
Yes,
that, right?
Absolutely.
Were there other departments that you were at previously?
Yes, my very first time was with FCC Banking, Fidelity Canada, which we usually call FCC Banking. And it was under the operations team. And I was there during the summer term. And in that role, we basically processed checks, ETFs, and then wire transfers that came in from clients to their various accounts.
Very cool. Curtis, what about you?
Yeah, so I'm in the advisor sales team. And what advisor sales is responsible for is talking and building relationships and selling our products directly to our clients, who are the financial advisors. And it's been a really great experience. I've learned a ton. And I'd say my favorite part so far has just been getting the ability to actually speak directly over the phones with our clients. I think I've learned a lot about this business, and like coming in, I definitely had wasn't sure like how these conversations went like with the clients, or if they're super like technical or what I related to know. But for the calls I was doing, at least like very relational, like just people, regular people. And it was cool to just have those conversations and like get to see like just the needs and what the clients are like. And then, yeah, like previous terms, I actually worked in the same exact role as Angela. And yeah, I'd explain, but Angela already covered it. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you're both returning students. You've both been here more than once. What led you to come back to Fidelity? Angela, you can get us started.
For me, it was the company culture. And like I said earlier, you have a sense of value. And not just that, but the company invests into you. The company invests into your professional life and your personal life. And even in the student program, there are so many events that has been organized by the leader of the student program to actually influence our lives positively. And to me, that's a game changer. And I completely love that about the company.
Curtis, what brought you back?
Yeah, for me, I think I've always had that pull to be in like a sales-related environment. And while I was in my previous role at Fidelity, like in banking, I'd had a few conversations with a couple members of the sales team, and getting to hear like the amount of resources that they put into like the members of their team, I knew that it was going to be a very huge learning experience for me, and one that would really push me outside my comfort zone with like presenting, speaking to clients, and just really being like client facing. So after all those conversations, like it definitely made the decision a lot easier to know that I wanted to come back.
Cool. So you were both here in the summer, you said, and I know that one big thing about the summer term is that you get to be part of a case competition. So can you tell us a little bit about what that experience was like for you? Angela, get us started.
Yes, so I was here in the summer term and I had the privilege to participate in the case competition. And it was such that we were given a problem and we were supposed to come up with a solution that would actually impact the business we do here at Fidelity. And it was an amazing opportunity to collaborate with students on the team and then also get to know about the various functions within the business. So we were able to collaborate with other members in the various teams across Fidelity and other executive members across various functions of the business. We got to understand the details of our solution and how it was actually going to impact Fidelity. And it wasn't just that, it also gave us an opportunity to get to meet with managers across various functions of the business and network with them as well.
Very cool. Curtis, anything to add to that?
Yeah, so funny enough, I was actually part-time in the summer, so I didn't actually take part in the case competition. But I guess in terms of like the student program, like I was exposed to that in January, and I guess we did an end of term presentation, not really the same as what Angela did, but it was just a really great learning opportunity, and doing a presentation in front of a large group like really pushes you outside your comfort zone, and definitely forces you to grow and definitely meet a lot of like people within the student program. And it's a great opportunity just to build some friendships, and yeah, it's also just fun. Like, yeah, it's a good time. Yeah.
As it should be, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so looking back on your experiences at Fidelity, what's something that you loved, and then what's something that you learned? Angela?
Okay, so something I have loved about my experience here in Fidelity as a culture, and it gives me a sense of belonging because I'm not only pouring into the company, but the company is also reciprocating whatever I'm giving out to them. And it's such that even during the student program, you don't just get to do your tasks, but even in your daily lives, in your professional lives, the company actually invests in events that actually help you develop your skills, even your self-confidence, even your public speaking skills. It's actually, everything actually goes back to help you improve upon that. Yeah.
And I'm sure, creates a sense of connection with all your other students.
Yeah, definitely.
And then what's something that you learned?
Something I've learned is to definitely believe in myself, because most students find themselves having an imposter syndrome on the job. And I've actually learned to actually believe in myself, believe in what I can do, and not let anything hold me back. Yeah.
Awesome. Curtis, what's something that you loved and learned along the way?
Yeah, something I love. I mean, definitely love the Cafe Fidelity and the coffee on the third floor. But yeah, I would say on a serious note, like the growth opportunities that you have here are really awesome. And whether it be the student program or like for me, like now being in sales, there's just so many opportunities for you to step outside your comfort zone and really grow. And I know when I moved over to like the sales side, there were so many terms that I had no idea what they meant, and like seeing like in a 3-month period just how much like you can learn has been awesome. And then in terms of what I've learned, I would say just reconfirming that it's really important for me to be in a role where I'm face to face with people and have that daily interactions really important to me.
Love that. Okay, one last question before we wrap up. If you were to talk to other fellow students who are thinking of pursuing, a co-op term anywhere, what's a piece of advice that you would give them? Angela?
So I will tell incoming students that would probably want to pursue an internship here to actually believe in themselves, believe in what they can do, and actually dare to dream. If they actually want something, they shouldn't be hindered or be put back by whatever challenge you meet. And it's actually within those challenges that you actually grow and be your true best self. So absolutely, go for it. Yeah.
Love that. Curtis, what's a piece of advice you would give?
For any students who are in a co-op program or who are looking to do a Fidelity, like just remember, like this is something I tell myself too, but like we're really young, like most of us who are applying to be students, and like you don't have to have it figured out right now, and that's okay. And also like a co-op or an internship, like it's a two-way interview. Like you're kind of trying Fidelity out, Fidelity's kind of trying you out, and just there's no need to take it too seriously. You might like you might not, and that's okay. So that would just be what I would say.
Love that. Yeah, every interview goes both ways, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Really nice. Well, thank you both for being here. It's been a pleasure chatting and getting to know you.
Yeah, thanks
for having us.
Thank you so much to everyone else who tuned in today. We hope you're feeling inspired to be on the lookout for upcoming student opportunities. For those curious, our next recruitment window for the 2025 summer term will be in early January, so be sure to keep an eye out for ways to apply. If you want to rewatch the show or share with those who missed it, you can find it on Fidelity Canada's YouTube page under the Live Videos tab. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting with our lovely panel, and we'll see you on the next episode.